I thought we agreed that we weren't gonna call each other.
Have I taken all responsible steps to let you know about the firearm that is missing?
I mean, I wish you would have just turned it in.
Right, but have I taken the responsible steps? If I had kept that firearm on me, I would have
No,
been carrying a
I would
firearm without
like
a
you to
license.
speech
And by the
to not
definition of the penal
speech.
code, that would have been illegal. So what do I do?
Yeah. You should put a missing firearms report. I will see if there's a picture available at MRPD, and they can take that. Actually, there's not. So
A picture?
I will. No, I didn't say a
What did
picture.
you say?
Did I say picture? Dispatcher.
Oh, right. Just tell me what to do and I'll
Um,
do it.
yeah, give me 1 second. Let me pull up a report. I'm currently driving to the sheriff's office, so. Let me call you when I get there, okay? I'll call you back.
Sure.
Or are you gonna consider that harassment? I
Call
forget.
me.
I'm confused here. Okay.
What? It doesn't tell me my fucking officer. Oh my god, these guys, bro. He copy pasted the fucking Constitution bail fucking things. It doesn't even tell me my officer or anything. Literally says nothing. Doesn't even say how long I've got parole. I don't even know what they said, dude. Nobody should go to jail for 5 days if you cannot do the basics surrounding it. It wouldn't be so painful if they were willing to put in the effort to make it a reality. This is towards you. Imagine what normal civs go through. Well, that's the thing. The only they would go through the same process. The difference is, I'm going to talk to somebody and say, this is fucking stupid. Hello.
Okay. About I need time frame. Let me get a time frame and
Of what?
of when you threw this firearm.
Sometime today.
Can you be more specific?
Whenever I called you, I guess. Listen,
Would you say about 3 hours is accurate?
I
4
have no
hours?
idea.
Okay.
I read the
Were you with
parole
anybody
notice.
whenever you threw this?
I would like to thank you for copying and pasting the bail notices out of the Constitution, which doesn't give me a time or a parole officer in which it's meant to. Thank you.
Yep, no problem. You asked for those, so I made sure I got that to you. Hey, with
Since I have been given no parole officer, what am I to do? I must check into a parole officer daily.
yeah, you can check in with me. That's fine. I don't mind. I don't mind.
You're my parole officer.
Yeah, you can check into me daily.
Okay.
How many more days do you have? It's 4 days of parole. You've been
I
out
have
for
no
what?
idea.
I can keep track of that. Hold on, let me look.
I highly doubt you can keep track of that. You couldn't keep track of the time I was in jail.
What makes you say that?
How long did I spend in jail over the last 2 weeks?
I'm not sure. I'd say like 3 to 4 days.
Hmm.
I was never asked.
Hmm. Interesting.
Yeah. I think that was like the judges kind of kept track of that.
They don't.
But you're saying that I didn't. What makes I'm just confused on where you got that. Because I mean, is it my job to keep track of? I mean, kind of it is, but I didn't, handle your time served or anything. If that's what you're getting at.
No, but you did put me in jail. So it would be your responsibility once I leave
But
your
I was never
detainment.
asked.
Correct. But if I'm in your detainment, I am your responsibility. And
I
if you put
understand
me
that.
in jail with no understanding of how, why, whatever, who's responsible? Is that my fault? I mean,
Um.
if you want to give me joyriding for that too, I'll take it.
Okay. Now you're getting on my nerves again with this whole bullshit of we're going back to the joyriding thing, even though me and you both know you had bad intentions with it, and you were trying to use being up in Sandy as a way that we could not push anything and we had
I
no power.
apologize. It's just when I
I
read my due
apologize as well.
process and jurisprudence, whatever the fuck it is, it implied that I have a right to proper documentation throughout the entire court proceeding. I haven't had one document that was proper yet. The search warrant wasn't signed by the judge, but it was used as evidence. The
Subpoena,
docket,
subpoena, 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 subpoena.
it's irrelevant. Read the Constitution.
I understand, but I think the subpoena is a form of a search warrant.
Did it get
When it
signed
comes
by the
to
judge?
electronic, it did, and there was a signed copy in evidence that you could see.
Very, very interesting. So, when you got permission to go through his phone, you went and wrote a subpoena after that?
Yes, that way for record keeping sakes and stuff like that. Yeah,
So, did you search his phone after you got the subpoena signed?
they sent me records basically of like a time frame that we requested, which is in the subpoena. You can look at it.
Oh, I thought that when they said that you asked him for permission inside the evidence room or conversation room, whatever the fuck you call it, interrogation room,
Mhm.
uh, he might have shown you his phone there.
No,
Hmm. Very strange. I guess Bobby might have said something different.
yeah, no, he didn't. We didn't look at his
Interesting.
phone right then and there.
Okay.
That is. What's your next point? Okay, let's stick to the
Well,
topic at hand.
that's one thing that I guess you didn't fail at if that's the case. Too bad the judge and you couldn't tell me that in the documents.
I
So,
don't hear what you're getting at. Whatever. Back
the
to
point
the
is,
thing. Was anybody with you? I understand that your argument, but I don't know
I am
what did you want
still
us to provide
on
you with? You
parole,
you saw the
correct?
evidence of subpoena.
I am
Let me
still
clarify.
on
Let me
parole,
let me check.
correct?
Yeah, let me look.
If I am to be on parole and you are to deliver me my parole officer, it needs to be done properly with the proper documentation. By the Constitution. It's my right during the due process of all of this. And I'm wondering why you sent me a copy paste of the Constitution, which is of no relevance to who is looking after me or how long I'm on parole for. In fact, it says nothing about my actual parole commands from the judge.
You were aware of your. I gotta respond to a call. Fuck.
Hmm, don't worry. I'll get my papers later, I guess. It's only been
Yeah,
3
I'm
or
en
4
route.
days. Good luck out there.
And I'll tell you.
The thing is, it isn't even Bones' fault, though. But I'm just pointing out all the problems. And for some reason, everybody gets very defensive about it most of the time. I mean, the reality is that isn't really his fault. Whoever created the parole should have parole person to organize all this. It is required that all parties of proceedings have a correct submission of documentation and summary of the request. So any parole type shit, everything, just yeah. There needs to be something documented, and if I don't know everything about it, then I am there again failing in this section. The thing is, like, if you make a very simplified thing like this, I don't think it's bad. You just need to delegate your authority to the people so they can, actually do the job. I don't think it's that crazy. This has been the problem for everyone so far. Well, this is going to be a reality for everybody. I don't plan on really stopping because every step I get to, I point out a problem and nobody gives a shit. And the reality of what's happening here is my rights are being violated, multiple times. And if I tell somebody this and they do nothing about it, I don't understand how that is not going to be rebelling against the laws. Especially if they agree. Willful disobedience of the terms written in a court order to include a sentence imposed on a citizen, protective and restraining orders. Interesting.
Maybe. I don't know if I can link this out, but I'll check. Okay. Yeah. Okay, right, bye.
Hello.
Hey. Hello, Soze.
Yes, what is it?
You were jailed on the 20th. You had 1 day and 4 years of parole. I believe you're done with your parole sentence.
My parole sentence is completed.
Yes, yeah, I will text you that for your verification.
So, tell me, how long was my parole?
4 years or 4 days, whatever you want to call it.
Interesting. Very, very interesting. Out of curiosity, who taught you math?
You're put in on the day of the 24th. Yes. Or not 24th, the 20th. The 20th. So you were out and you spent 4 days out. That is, you've been out since then. So you had 1 day and then you were out.
Right.
You were out for 4.
What
Do you
day
know
did
what
you say I
4
went to
plus
it
1?
again?
The 20th.
Do we round the days down or something?
What do you mean? I mean, yeah, 4 days is 4 days.
Right, right.
It's
5
kind of
days
like,
is
I mean,
also
are you
5
including
days.
like the entire, I don't know. I can speak to the judge on what, are we including the entire
I have no idea what we're doing, but I guess our math
the
is just
entire
different.
is it like 5 days and then the entire of those 5 days in that hour? Like, I don't know. Same thing kind of goes for like statute of limitations, right? 30 days is, if it's not 31, does it count? Yeah, I'm booking it down Ellis Freeway.
It should count if it is not 31, yes. It says 30 days, nothing about the hour or time, and I know things get thrown out, but this is where some people don't like to go by the number of the law. Isn't that something very, very interesting?
It is
The
interesting.
bending of a will. The bending of a
See, I
law
think
to
you've
fit
created
one
this whole
narrative.
thing of like,
Justice.
I got to think about all these things, man. I got to think about all these little things that just don't really make sense, but they're not specified. So you could, you could argue that.
What doesn't make sense about 31 days being 31 and 30 days being 30?
It's just like you would think 30 days is like the beginning of 30 days, or I would
Say
personally.
after 30 days.
Well, that's why I'm not. I
on
get your
30
point.
days.
That's why I get it.
Well, no, it's a very basic difference in the English language. If it says on 30 days,
After
sure.
this is after.
Well, that would be 31.
So,
because
yeah.
30
Mhm.
days is 23 hours, 59 minutes, 59 seconds until it ticks over.
In that case, I'm gonna have to do some calculations, and I'll get back to you. Okay. On the exact
Okay.
time where I sent you in, I will try and find where that is and when that was.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And while you're at it, could you please let me know how long I spent in jail? And if you can't do that, would you be able to speak to a judge so I know how much to sue you guys for?
I talked to the judge. Yeah.
Thank you.
What's with
Hello?
the no buy thing that you're doing? What's with that? The whole like not saying buy shit.
I said thank
You
you.
just hang out. No, you didn't. You just hung up.
Well, maybe I pushed
Bye.
the button too far.
Bye. Bye. Okay. Bye.
Thank you,
I'll call you back when I can. No worries.
bitch.